Ronald, let me ask you about this. The scenario, I just want to get to the back part of this because I think it's an interesting question. If we went through this process in Georgia, however long it took, and the former president, if it happened before the election, were found guilty, and again, I'm not saying he would be. If he were, is there any way Georgia could say, well, you were convicted of a crime, we can't put you on our ballot here in the state of Georgia for president? Or does the Constitution say, no, you just have to be 35, you have to be a natural-born U.S. citizen? What are your thoughts?
Well, the Constitution controls here because, as we know, Georgia is a battleground state, and a decision in that state could shift the election substantially and make a decision for the entire country. So if that sort of case got up to the Supreme Court, I imagine that Donald Trump would actually come out victorious. But of course, baked into that hypothetical is a lot of uncertainty. Right. We had a 2.5-year investigation, no chance that a trial against Donald Trump in Georgia actually gets completed before this election, even if they move forward with a prosecution right now. And of course, a conviction is even more tenuous here. We're talking about an indictment based on this supposed fake electors scam that Fani Willis has been investigating. We're just stacking inference upon inference when we look at a charge like that, especially with Jack Smith's current federal indictment pending before a federal court.
And Ronald, you're a federal defense attorney. So if he would be indicted in Georgia for election interference, is it possible to even charge him with that, considering he's already been indicted federally for, it sounds like, the same thing?
That's a great question, and many folks don't know this, but the double jeopardy clause only applies to the same sovereign. So when you face federal charges, you can face almost identical state charges related to the similar course of conduct, meaning Donald Trump can be charged for the same conduct. But here's where this case really gets interesting. We have two offices, one Georgia prosecutors, the other special counsel Jack Smith, essentially looking at the same conduct. When you look at the federal indictment here, Georgia incidents are mentioned about 48 times. It covers about 1/10 of the indictment. This conduct is already being addressed by a federal court. So the real burning question on everybody's mind appears to be, why do we need this new Georgia indictment? And of course, the reason was just mentioned by our other guest, so that Donald Trump could not be pardoned if he in fact won the election.